Hello! How long did it... Ah! Hello! How long did it take for me to notice that the counter was out? I don't know. I won't know. Also, did I freaking spoiler everyone? I think I did. OBS, god damn it. We saw nothing? Okay. Do I believe you? Do I believe you? Hello there, Tired. How are you? I'm good. I'm doing good. Yo, good afternoon, Elyssia and everybody. What's up? How's it doing, y'all? How's everyone doing feeling today? Kyle Watson! First of all, welcome. I haven't seen you here before, so welcome! And also, hi, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Welcome, Richard. Welcome, Kyle Watson. Welcome, Tiberian. Welcome, Rancor. Welcome, Takanashi Jonah. Welcome, Neptune. And welcome, Cade. Everyone, hi, welcome. Is that Gimme with Meme in the thumbnail? Yeah, she is. I made her chibi, I think it was last year by this point. I did a stream drawing her entire chibi from beginning to end. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it to the stream. I have a doctor's appointment. I will, however, watch the archive stream of this when I'm done. In that case, welcome from the past. I hope your future is doing great, or rather your present, which is my future, is doing well. It just started raining pretty heavily outside. I hope that that's what you wanted. I hope that is bringing relief from the heat that I assume you have because of like you being on the opposite season of me, opposite me. I assume that it's good news that it's raining. I hope. Streamies borked. No, it was me. I was checking something because I have an intention of showing you guys the Fight Retrospective, but I kind of forgot to set it up until last minute for no reason. I definitely wasn't doing something before this. Reset, and I'm sorry that you're tired, but come here, relax, and if you fall asleep, hey, I count that as a win, that I helped someone sleep. I had plans for today, then my Oshi decided that today will be the day she decides to stream for 7 hours. Good luck, Rancor. Good luck. I do hope that you try to sleep. I do hope that you try to sleep, at least a little bit, and not just try and tank it. But good luck with your Oshi watching. I really need to finish my chibi drawing today. I'm so close to finishing it, but I'm not 100% sure how all of this should work. Hey, it's not that bad to. This is coming from me, the perfectionist, so follow what I say, not what I do. But it's not that bad to prioritize finishing instead of prioritize quality if you really care about something being done by a certain date. And again, do what I say, not what I do. I personally am a perfectionist who will never fucking shut up about the details that need fixing, but hopefully you're not that tainted and you can actually finish it instead of agonizing over the details. I would be okay if my Yoshi streams 7 hours today. I'm thinking of streaming another endurance stream for an anniversary. I'm not sure, and I am also not sure I would do 7 hours. But I've been thinking about doing another like 5-ish hour thing. So I will try to draw alongside you after a rest a bit. Hell yeah, I love drawing alongside other people who are drawing. It makes it better. Like, it makes me more focused on the art when I do that. 26 more, yay! Great time for welcome, hi, hello, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Also, 30th Century Homer, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Gonna draw along, I really want to finish this piece I'm working on. You can do it! Let's all freaking draw together. It's one of the best things. Okay, so, one of the things... Very quick turnaround on that one. One of the things I wanted to do today was an Fight Retrospective, because I keep talking about how I feel like I improved a lot this year and stuff, and I want to show you guys what I mean. So I'm going to test this out. I'm going to have a panic attack if this doesn't work because I didn't test it beforehand. But this should work. Let me just make sure that this is properly okay. So, okay, yeah, it's working. Is it working? Yes, it's working. Okay, so I wanted to share with you today, first of all, my art fight retrospective. What do I mean by this? Well, I mean, this is my art fight profile. It's not pretty because I'm very bad at doing, like, I don't know, organized without fancy programming and shit. All I have is like 7 colors and background that is either white or black, but I can't really choose it. Like every single person who has a profile can choose to have their page in black or in white, like in dark mode or in light mode. And so I have to like write my profile and shit, considering that it has to contrast against dark mode and against white mode. And I can't really choose how it's gonna show up, so it's horrible. But so when I started Art Fight, I decided that I wanted to improve compared to last year. And one of the things I wanted to improve in, oh, that's why it's looking weird, because it's like not properly sized. That's better, I would say. Okay, yeah, that's better. So last year I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks. These are the 5 attacks I did when I was steampunk. And this year I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks. So I didn't improve as far as drawing more. However, I technically did. Why do I say this? Besides the art fight, I also did a drawing for Mavia's birthday. And did I do any thumbnails during the month? I don't think so. But I did at least 1 extra full drawing. That for Mavia's birthday. So technically I did 6 this year instead of 5. So that's already an improvement. But also, if you look at the drawings I did last year versus the drawings that I did this year, I think you can see, even just from the thumbnails, that there was a very big improvement on the quality of the attacks. Personally, I just feel like this one in particular has a lot of similarities to like the last few drawings that I did this year, but obviously this one is not nearly as good as the ones that I did this year. So I consider this a victory. I consider this an improvement on quality, even if not in quantity. And I think it was an amazing art fight if I look at it from that perspective. Yula, welcome. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Ah, yes, black letters on black background. Flawless. In my defense, it's black letters on a dark-ish background. Okay? It's black letters on a dark-ish background. It's not entirely black. Like, people can tell that there's something there and they can highlight it with blue if they need to. Okay? I consider that good enough. Hey, Elyssia, how are you? Shiny Bunny, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing the art fight retrospective. If you can see, like, we have 1 chibi from this year versus 1 chibi from last year. This is not like the best comparison because they are very different styles. With this chibi, I was trying a new style, like I was trying things out, and with this one, I was just doing it in the way I normally do it, but simplified. And then what I mean with comparing this one to like this one's, right? If you see, this one is a something's weird about the eyes. I didn't know how to handle like stars, pupils, and also the pose can be like, it's not necessarily stiff, it's a good pose, but there's something a bit unnatural and a bit off about it. However, when you compare it with this one, both poses feel a little bit better, and also I managed to actually hit the star pupil and make it look good. And if you look at this one, this is sort of the same hairstyle, but in this case I managed it a lot better than in this one. In this one the hair is a mess, and in this one is streamlined and clean, and I don't know, I just think I improved quite a bit. I'm happy about my improvement. Even looking at the thumbnails, I feel like there was definitely some growth. And most importantly, we won! My team won! I was Team Bloom and I won, and last year I was Team Steampunk and I won, so I have 2 out of 2. I have 2 wins out of 2 participations. So I'm just over myself. That's not the expression I'm looking for. I'm over the moon. Is that the expression I'm looking for? I'm not entirely sure. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm very happy. As you see, the total points always fall very, very close. It's like, what, 100,000 difference? Kind of ish. That's not a lot of points when you consider like the amount of points that were in like total like dished out. It's not that big a difference. However, it's enough of a difference that I feel very certain on my team being the best. That's it. Congrats! Yeah! Congrats, Team Bloom! Not just me, but everyone else who participated. Especially because, like, I didn't contribute that many points. I don't know if I have, like, a set of statistics. I know that I do have some statistics somewhere. Not statistics. Okay, can I see how many points did I cooperate with? 300. I only have like 300 points that were attributed to me. So that's, you know, that's not that great, but it's still something, and that's what matters. Okay, so let's hide this and go back to the actual art stream. But I wanted to show you guys what my evaluation of improvement is. Did I draw more? Technically, let's count it as a no because one of those drawings wasn't for our fight. But let's count it as a no and say I drew about the same amount. At least I improved in quality, and that matters a lot. Okay, so welcome Road Roller Tao, welcome Alfarius, welcome Sario. How are you guys doing? I hope you're having a good day. What if they just send you the one message to every team and adjust points client side? I don't understand what you mean. What they do is they announce who won. And then where later on they give out awards. When they finish drawing them, I have to assume. Watching Ellie being so energetic about art made the process of me drawing a spaceship bearable. Listen, I'm very enthusiastic about art in general. Okay, so today we're tackling doing more chibis. Now, here's the thing. I have friends in the VTuber space that I want to do drawings for their birthdays and stuff, but last time I had to do it in like 3 days and I was stressed out of my mind because I didn't have enough time to actually like do it in a chill manner because I wanted it to be done. So this time I want to try and get started at least with some drawings that I have to do for whenever birthdays happen. But I really hope that these VTubers don't come into my stream and watch me because that would ruin the surprise. But I also can't like I have to risk it. I can't just sit on it and say like, oh, I'm not gonna do it because then I would ruin the surprise. Because I need to handle it. I need to handle it, and on stream is like one of the best moments that I can handle it. So, drawings that I want to do. I want to do a drawing of Yomi. I want to do a drawing of Lina. I want to draw a drawing of Mao. At the very least. At the very least. Do I have more people that I have to take care to do drawings for? Yes, for sure. But do I think that chibis of this particular 3 would be the best way to go for them, and then maybe a different style of drawing for some other VTuber friends that I have? Yes. Did that sentence make sense? I sure hope so. There are some other VTuber friends that I feel like maybe a chibi isn't the best thing that I could draw for them, but in this particular 3, I feel like a chibi would be super nice. So that's what I'm trying to do. Now, out of the 3, right now, I think the best chance I have of not spoiling anyone is Mao. I'm gonna be honest. I think if I start with him, I think if I start with this one, that this is not going to get spoiled. Because I trust you guys to not tell him. And I trust him to be sleeping right now. I trust him to be very much sleeping. Ellie's voice is adorable and sweet, and her art is very good. Rolly! Thank you. I still don't know how to handle compliments, but thank you. That means a lot. Aditra Roy, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Aditra Roy. I said it really weirdly. I don't know what's going on with my tongue today. You should make one for Nethernut for their adorable chibi on your schedule. I should do something for Nethernut. I do think it's going to be very hard to understand how to adapt my style to the design, because my style and skulls don't necessarily... It's not that they don't match, but rather it's very hard to draw skulls for me, and especially to make them fit into my art style. But that's why I'm thinking that some of them, a chibi might not be the best. The bottle of Yummy is simple in the clothes and the hair, and the other hand's not that easy. No, the model of Yummy is simple in the clothes. The hair, in the other hand, is not that easy. Actually, I think the hair is fine. And she has clothes that hide her hands, so that... Oh, Rushi! Rushi's also not gonna watch me. Actually, wait a second. Rushi is a really good person to draw in these streams, because I'm sure that she's not gonna be watching. I might go for that. The model of Yummy is simple in the cause. I haven't attended this type of stream before. Have I got a chibi version of Elyssia already? Oh yeah, let me pull out this. Let me pull out this. Because it did come to my attention that some people haven't seen this, and when I explained it before, they said you should use it for the chibi drawing stream. And you know what? That's not wrong. The problem is making it fit in this space. It's not like the best space to do it. It's better for just chatting streams. But you know what? It's something. We can have some sort of chibi Elyssia. It just looks weird on this overlay. It's not the best overlay for this, but you know, we can try it out. We can try it out. It totally makes sense to have a chibi Elyssia on a chibi drawing stream. Delphin, welcome, hello! Good evening, Ellie. I may become a VTuber sooner than I thought, and I don't know how I feel about it. Well, I wish you luck, and especially discovering what's your style and what you enjoy and what you don't enjoy. That's the most important thing. If you want, and if you're willing to take the advice that maybe you didn't want, focus on discovering what makes you happy when you're VTubing. In before his insomniac again? I really hope not. We need chibi version of Ellie, definitely, and maybe chibi Ellie stream. I can try. I think it looks kind of weird in this overlay, but here it is. I think you love it regardless of what style you use. Starting soon screen already has a chibi Ellie. Yeah, and also my transition has a chibi Ellie. Hopefully your between expectations lasts longer than mine, Dolphin. Listen, it's fine to try something and then discover that it's not what you liked anyways. Poses. I need poses ideas. For all of these folks. For all of these fellers, I need posing ideas. For Yomi, I feel like it has to be something floaty. For Mao, I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like for Rushi, something like with a very animated like body movements might be cute. Something like this, especially because she has very long legs. I think that something that makes use of those legs might be the best way to go. Something with like very dynamic leg movements to go with her amazingly long legs. Could be fun. I think we're gonna start with Rushi. First of all, because I'm sure that she's not gonna be here. Second of all, because like that's what the first pose that came into my mind is one that would fit Rushi pretty well, I think. I believe. Yomi floating in a shy pose. In a shy pose! Let me actually go to the proper layer. That would be adorable! Yomi shy? That would be adorable. I think I need to do that. I think I need it. Rushi's just laughing maniacally with a match. That's not wrong, but as a chibi, I don't know if I can pull off that chaotic energy as a chibi. A lamia of culture. I've always been a lamia of culture, but why are you saying it? What specifically have I done that requires me to be called a lamia of culture right now? I'm ashamed. I'm not ashamed. I'm afraid. Did I say something? Did I say something without noticing? Oh god, what did I say? Let me look for... I don't know where I will find... Oh, I think in my downloads I should have a reference of Rushi to drop right here. Please tell me I have a reference of Rushi. Please tell me I have a reference of Rushi right here. Hell yeah, I have a reference of Rushi! Look at this! Look at this big ass reference. Look at how big that is. Look at how huge that reference is. There we go. And look at how long her legs are. I think something very leggy has to happen here. Yomi floating in an inner tube, thinking something from a straw. What is an inner tube? Let me Google that. Inner tube. I don't think I understand what I'm seeing. It looks like a wheel? Like from a bicycle thing? Oh, the donuts! The pool donuts! It's a pool donut thingy! That's what you mean! That would be cute. That would be cute, especially because she's in summer right now. Her legs are really long. Her legs are extremely long. When I say something leggy would fit Rushi because of her legs, I'm not joking around. Her legs are extremely long. Which makes me realize that I'm gonna need this to be a lot smaller so that I can make her legs really stand out. The body is gonna be smaller still. We're gonna do a very small proportion chibi, and then we're gonna go ham on the legs. We're gonna go really ham on the legs. Like really long legs. And I think I'm gonna do the... You know what I did with Mims, Chibi? Where I just made the extremities all like cone-shaped. I think we're gonna go with that style for this because I think it matches the model nicely. The worst part is even proportionately, I think her legs are gonna be shorter in my drawing than in their actual model. I think I'm gonna struggle. I think I'm gonna really struggle. Where the frick is that line? I guess it's here. When did I do that? I want this stream to not be off track, so I'll talk about it elsewhere. Nice, Delphin! You read the rules. It's hard for me to maintain the rules, but it's very nice when you guys are more conscious of them than I am. No, that's a shame. That's a shame. As a streamer, I cannot say that. Wait, is my grade skipped or did I not appear in the chat box? I don't think I saw you in the chat box at all, C+ Hero. Welcome, hi, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. I didn't see you here before. What is a chibi? Maybe I shouldn't say that. It's, a chibi is a drawing of anime styled that has these proportions, right? So this is one head. And a chibi is a drawing that has 1, 2, 3 heads as a proportion to 4 heads as a proportion. So basically, if you're counting this as 4 heads, this is a very rushed explanation, right? And it's not perfect. But like, if you count this as 4 heads, right? A chibi is a drawing of a character that's gonna have like 1 head as the head, and then the body is gonna be 4 heads or less. So you could have a drawing that has these proportions, for example, and that would be a chibi, right? Because that would be 4 heads as a proportion. And then you could have a drawing that is only 3 heads. So a drawing that is like, that has these proportions, and that would be a chibi. And then you could even have, but these are not really that common because it's really hard to pull them off and have them look good. You could even have a drawing that has like 2 heads as a proportion, like really small body compared to the body, and this would also really small body compared to the head, and this would also be a chibi. So I don't know if I rush through that way too quickly for it to be comprehensible, but that is a basic explanation of what a chibi is. And now we go back to drawing this, which we still kind of have to define the pose, but okay, so what if I did something like this? Very stylized. Very, don't really know if this looks like it makes logical sense for the position of the feet. Because it feels like she doesn't even know what she's doing if her legs are like that. So probably not the best idea. So let's not rush into it. Let's not rush into this. Okay. Scarecrow cat. She is a scarecrow cat witch, and an arsonist. That's the best summary I have of Rushi. She's a scarecrow cat witch arsonist with very chaotic energy, and very corrupting energy as well. Sometimes messages just don't appear for Ellie, or maybe I somehow skip them while I'm scrolling through, since I'm scrolling through my phone. Gotta look at her stream chat and check if your message is sent. Yeah, sometimes some messages don't show up, and sometimes I skip them. But lately, I've been trying to make extra sure. Like when someone says, "Oh, I think the first part of my message didn't send," I scroll up and I definitely. Sometimes I have definitely skipped it, but I'm sure that there's other times where I've gone back and I still can't see them. So I'm pretty sure it's not that. Head Daddies, welcome! Hi, how are you doing? So your character proportions? Indeed. Mini Snake is back. Yeah, I am back. They're called inner tubes. They evolve from tractor tie inner tubes. So that's why the first time I googled it, they were just like tractor tires and bicycle tires and like things like that. They look like truck tires. And then I kept going with like a slightly different Google suggestions until I found the beach ones, the pool ones. Honkai does those, and they all look adorable. The two-headed chibis, they're so hard for me. Like I really struggle trying to do two-headed chibis. The chibi course I'm currently learning from uses 2 heads. The actual head included body proportions, which is wild. Though I struggle a lot with 2-headed chibis. I feel like I lose all control when I have to do it that disproportionate. We need to find the knee first of all, which I guess that is where it would be. I guess that is a good size for the knee. And also I'm gonna make it a little bit thinner. But yeah, the proportions that I naturally have, for those of you who weren't here when I started this series, the proportions that I naturally gravitate towards are 4-headed chibis. So like the biggest you can go with a chibi before it turns into just like weird proportions. Because if you go to 5 heads, that is way too close to a realistic 6-headed proportion, and it doesn't quite get there, so it ends up hitting like the uncanny valley, in my opinion. But my impulse is always to go bigger, and I end up doing 4-headed chibis, which is not my preference. Now, this one is going to end up being like 5 heads or something like that. But honestly, with legs this stylized, it kind of stops mattering, because you kind of end up counting like, okay, so this is 1 head, then this is another head, and then the legs consume the rest, and it becomes like, well, what do I count them? Because it's like, it's all leg, you know? Like, it kind of breaks the structure a bit when you do something this stylized. Which is also something... Okay, sorry for branching off in conversation today, but this is going to be a very ADHD kind of train of thought thing. I used to be very interested in fashion, and in fashion, when I was studying with like in a school, I didn't get far. Don't worry, I'm not an actual like seamstress or fashionista or whatever. But why would you worry about that? Stupid brain. Anyways, when I was studying and we were like studying fashion and shit, one of the things they said was like designers end up having a style for like the figures that they draw for like figuring out the clothes they're gonna design. But mostly, no matter the style, you're gonna end up looking at a lot of drawings that look like this. Like, okay, you have a torso, and you have a hip, and then you have, like, legs. And, like, don't try to make sense of the proportions, because there are none. Proportions just don't freaking exist in, like, fashion design. It has to be all leg. Like, this is legitimately acceptable in fashion school. And it's not just acceptable, it's encouraged. In fashion school, a teacher is gonna see that you're drawing people like this, and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's a very good silhouette. I love what you've done with it. Which is insane as someone who then went on to study like character design and stuff, because this is not good. This is not good proportions. This does not I definitely forgot the neck. The neck has to be a lot longer than that for fashion. Wait, for fashion, are you kidding me? There we go. That's better. That's a fashion silhouette. This is where you want to draw your clothes if you're studying fashion, which is insane. But that's the kind of like the parallel that I'm trying to make. When you have stylizations that big, you kind of like stop caring about proportions. But at the very least, if we were to like study these and be like, okay, so if this is a head and this is a head, then the legs without stylization would probably be another head, right? Because the crotch area is like half the figure. So if you count... Oh no, wait, that would make this 4 heads. God damn it! Why do I always end up going for 4 heads? You know what? I'm defiant now. Now I'm very defiant. I refuse. I'm gonna make the torso smaller. I'm gonna make the torso even smaller so that I can have my 3.5 heads at most. I don't want the 4 heads anymore. I'm so tired of gravitating towards 4 heads. Okay, we have 1. Okay, we have 1. We have 2. And now we have 3. And please tell me that we don't have a 4th. Okay, that's acceptable. You know what? That is acceptable. That is fine. Thanks for the explanation, Ellie. No problem. Well, I wouldn't exclude that possibility. Her not having any idea what she's doing. You know what? You're right. That would be very canon. But I wanted to look like I know what I'm doing, which I clearly am not. But I wanted to kind of at least look like I know what I'm doing. So something like this was my first impulse. Like something animated and joyful and like very joking. I'm gonna bring it closer. There's no reason to be that far away. Then I'm gonna bring it down because we're gonna need a lot of space for her hat. Then I'm gonna keep going at it. Actually, you know, I think part of my problem may be this torso as well. I think maybe if I pull this closer together. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, now we're going. Now we're going. That's a much better chibi figure. Less detail, more chibi. There we go. Speaking of becoming VTuber, by the way, Ellie, if you don't mind me asking, do you still have the plans to open live TD commissions in the coming months? I have a couple of things that I'm trying to do for myself. And once I finish that list, I do think of opening some commissions. I actually have... I started looking into updating my card so that it had more like examples of my art and more recent examples of my art. And I kind of have researched what price points I would set for myself. But overall, I still want to prioritize this list of things that I have to do, that I want to do for myself. And then after that, I'm going to... it's probably happening this year. I hope, like, at the rate of the the projects that I've been working on. I've mentioned it before when I was doing my recovery from Panini time. I did advance on some projects that I don't want to talk about it yet, but pretty soon. Actually, wait a second. This thigh is looking very thick in comparison to this thigh at the point of origin. So that is the problem. And I'm gonna solve it by making it spawn from here. Does that make sense? Does that make sense for like pants like this? Hopefully. And then giving it... That's better. But give her a smaller butt. That's kind of alright. Okay, time to lead by example. Stop being a perfectionist, girl. Stop being a perfectionist so you can lead by example, finish not perfect. We're gonna lead by example. Except we're not. We know ourselves much better than to know. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I probably will end up opening commissions by the end of the year. Because at the rate that I've been advancing with some projects, I can see myself finishing or at least advancing in the list enough that I'm willing to take some time to do commissions. But I don't want to promise anything. So for now, just know that I would like to do open commissions by the end of the year. Yeah, for now I'd say that. It's 2 or 3 heads, I don't know. With what I've seen from Honkai, I would say that it's probably 2 heads, or at the most in between 2 and 3. But they have a very cute style, and they really managed to pull off the 2-headed chibis. They actually had a pretty good cheat that I absolutely used, was to draw the base body proportions once, then draw support lines based on it so you keep proportions no matter the pose. I don't think I understand that. I don't think I understand what you mean with that, but I think maybe if I'm imagining the tip put in practice in the way that I think it would be, I think I might have done that for Mim's chibi when I was drawing that one. Okay, the pose is not really working for me, but it's looking good. But I think for it to actually work, I'm gonna have to tinker with the bendiness of it. So what I mean is, I think that for it to work, I'm gonna have to have it bent a little bit more. And I think I'm gonna have to have the torso bent a little bit more to give it a bit of dynamic like movement. I feel like it needs to be... Oh, okay. That's looking better. If I tilt it and I move the like balance of the figure forward, I feel like that's looking better. Not necessarily good, but better. Maybe if I open the legs a little bit more to mess with the balance of it. Not entirely sure that that worked. Not entirely sure that tilting the whole figure worked either. But I definitely feel that like breaking the balance where the balancing would be the pivot point of the gravity point. The gravity center. I feel like the gravity center is what's not working for me here. One stream chibi race? Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna manage that. I don't think I'm gonna manage that. I can try, but it's probably not gonna happen. I tried with the two-headed chibi last time. The last chibi that I did was like the fastest that I did, I think. And even then, it took me like 3 streams. I'm not the fastest artist around. I mean, just look at my art fight doing 6 drawings in the entire month. Holy damn. You know, it takes me a while. To my small brain was a revolutionary idea. Of course, doesn't help with different camera angles though. Well, as long as you're talking about like camera angles when it comes to foreshortening and stuff like that, that is something that you can definitely hold off on learning until you feel comfortable with non-foreshortened figures, because like it's one of the hardest freaking things in all of art. And then if you're talking about like drawing the character 3/4 versus from the back versus from the front versus from the profile and stuff, that's something that you'll end up practicing in certain angles, and moving those around just a little bit after you've practiced them isn't that difficult. So it's something that's gonna happen a lot faster than you think, learning some of those things. Okay, so we're gonna give her the chest. Not too noticeable because it's not super predominant, but it's also like definitely there because we can see the shadow here. Like it's very hidden between under the hair, but you can see the shadow here, giving you an idea of size. So like this is the shadow that I see, which makes me think that this is the size of the booba itself. And if you look at it in proportion to the body, it's not that big. It's like average, medium is premium. And also on a chibi, it's going to be like proportionized for the body. So I think something like that is going to be fine. We're not gonna like stress over it too much. Aren't like fashion models 65% leg anyway? Seems kind of on brand. I don't know if it's that they look for people with long legs to be models, or if it's all an effect of like the kind of shoes that they made them wear. I like 3.5 heads. Feels good for cute video game designs. IMO. I want my biggest to be 3.5 instead of 4. I like 3.5, and I hate that my natural proportions end up always going to 4. Because I want them to be just a smidge smaller, you know? Just a tiny bit smaller. Just with having... Of course I did that! Why the fuck wouldn't I? Okay, let's move you back here. No, okay. And now we have it all in one go. Which is what I wanted. But I just want them to be a little bit smaller. I want my natural inclination for proportions to go a little bit smaller. Which I'm guessing with enough conscious practice, I will get there. Because I never really paid much attention to like trying to change my proportions until I started drawing on stream. And then I ended up doing some of my favorite chibis. Like Mim's chibi came out incredibly cute. And I never had tinkered with the kind of stuff that I tinkered in that model. Not model, sorry. In that chibi. What is up with my brain today? I forgot every word that existed. Oh, wait. Now that I said models, though, something that was very cool that happened in this year's art fight that hadn't happened before is that some people as entries for our fight, as attacks, they ended up doing entire VTuber models of like characters that they were attacking. So instead of doing an illustration, they did like a full-ass rigged model. It completely blew my mind. When I saw it, I was like, what? How, what? And first of all, I don't think the point system was ready for such a thing. I don't think they got as many points as they should have gotten from that, because it's such an insane amount of work. Not just illustrating, but also cutting and also rigging. Like, what the hell? And then also, I wonder, like, how much art finding did those people do? Did they end up doing only one attack in the entire month because they were doing a model, a full model? I would assume that it's gonna take like a big part of the month if they're gonna do a model as an attack. But I was incredibly surprised that that happened. Something's off here, and I think it's that I put the neck like way too far on that side, and I need to center it a little bit more. I think just changing that much is going to help it enormously. Even if it's just like 3 pixels. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Big forehead moment, 3.6 head. Hey, Dildam also, welcome. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. And that's making me realize also that I am very far back on the chat. So I'm going to do a little bit of a speed run. TRSS, welcome. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. I'll come here to say hello to you and go take a sleep. See you, Elyssia. Have a good sleep in case you see this in the future because you're not here anymore. Dynamism? Yes, that's what I mean. I'm trying to give it more dynamism because I really like dynamic posing. And it's something that I'm always conscious of practicing as well. First sketch out a chibi in a neutral position, then draw lines from the sketch, top of the head, bottom of the head, chest, hands, legs, etc. So any pose you can draw allows you to follow those guidelines. I think I understand. I think I might have done that with the meme pose when I did memes drawing. Good morning. Doug, welcome. How are you doing? But also, what do you mean good morning? I think if I'm right, if you're still here, is it 5 a.m. for you right now? Because I think if I'm right, I should understand your time zone right now. I think I rested a bit. I'm joining on the drawing. Hell yeah, Rancor. Good luck. Rushi isn't flat? No, I mean, I would assume not. It's hard to see it with the hair, but there's definitely a shadow. There's definitely like a blue shadow in the drawing. So even though it's very hard to notice the actual size and shape, I would definitely say also this. If you pay close attention here, the strap. Let me grab a better color for this, actually. What would be a better color? Green. So if you look at this strap right here, this strap is interrupted here, and it's covered here. So this right here would be the circumference of the booba. So it would be, considering that this is the peak of the shadow, it would be here-ish. It's hard to tell because of the style and how covered it is, but I would say that this is the general size of it. So, you know, medium. Medium is premium. Medium is premium. I rest my case. I do not expect to ever take part in an art fight, but if I ever did so, I'd go out of my way to make sure everything I draw for an art fight is fighting. Imagine having this much time on hand. I legitimately don't know how they pull that off. I wonder if she'll get a whole half hour behind chat. No, you're not missing much, lol. Crumpets, welcome. Hi, how are you doing? Correct, 5 a.m. That bra is clearly stuffed, though. Oh, I get the pun. It's a funny pun, and I'm gonna steal it, and I'm gonna make that joke to her the next time that I speak to her, that we chat or something. Doesn't matter to me either way, lol. I still like her model a lot. It's a great model. it's a great model. It has so much chaotic energy, which matches her so well. It's so great for her. Where was I? I should do the arms. Or define what I'm gonna do with the leg. So one thing that I'd like to try is, I don't have a lot of faith in this idea, but I would like to try something that's like, I don't have a lot of faith, but I would like to try something that's just like there-ish, but it looks weird. So I think something that has like a kick up is going to be better in the end. Like, after everything's said and done, I think this is probably gonna track better. Probably. Bancash TM, welcome! Is that button inside an eye socket? Yeah, it's a scarecrow. And it has, listen, the ears have like sewing lines, like they've been sewed in here. I think it's such a nice little detail. This, it's so cute. Makes me very happy when I look at it. Am I going way too big? Yes, I am. So let's take this as a sphere. And let's take this as a sphere. And so maybe around here is where it should get started, not around there. So this line was fine-ish. The other one was way too thick. And let's clean it up a little bit to see if it's working. Because maybe it's not working, but we won't know if it stays just this chaotic. As soon as we see it cleaned up a little bit, we're gonna get a better picture of what's going on. We're gonna take that line far back as well. And I clearly did something in the wrong layer. There we go. That's better. Okay. So, now that I focused on this and stopped looking at the whole figure, it's time to zoom out and see how we feel. I feel weird about it. I legitimately don't know if I like it. It's also the leg that's supposed to have the long pants, and that means that I'm gonna have to grasp like how gravity would affect the fabric. And do I want to have to do all of that? Do I want to? I don't think I do. Let me just take this, duplicate it, and try a different leg. Let me try a different leg right here because there's got to be a better way. What I'm trying to say is that there has to be something better to do. Okay, if I keep it there, and then I keep insisting on this shape because it is, at the end of the day, the more streamlined way that I could draw it, I guess. But it doesn't make sense with the pose. It looks like some kind of voodoo doll. It kind of has that energy, and her personality also has that kind of energy. It doesn't really look a chibi compared to the original. I need to make the torso part smaller. I need to make this smaller. Because in the end, what I need is the proportions to be very skewed towards the head being gigantic. That's, at the end of the day, what makes a chibi, really, is having a gigantic head. Once you figure out the gigantic head, and you make all of the other proportions work towards that, I also want to make this squishier. Like, I want to squish that a little bit. And I think that also helps with the proportions of the chibi. But I need to figure out the pose. Damn, I feel like I was not mentally prepared for this today. I told myself, yeah, let's go back to drawing chibis. And then my brain went, bet. And it did nothing. And it refused to work. My brain went, sure, buddy, do that. It's gonna have such good results for you. It's gonna be so great. I encourage it, my brain said. And then my brain refused to move a fucking finger. I'm going to copy this leg. I've reached desperate moments. Desperate problems require desperate solutions. What if I just take this leg and I start flipping it around to see if at any point it makes sense? Something like that could work. Something like on its way down could work. Fall asleep again for a bit. Yes, it's 4 a.m. now. 4 a.m., not 5 a.m. Damn, I had the time wrong. So I guess I'll have to wake up early to catch streams now. No, Duke, this is 4 a.m. is not time for waking up. Duke, wait, first of all, how was the trip? I hope you had a good flight. I hope that you're having a good time already. I know that you're probably not really getting that much entertainment yet. Because you just, you're just arriving and you have to go through quarantine, I assume. But I hope that the flight was great, and I hope that you're liking your place or where you're gonna be staying. I hope that you're having a good time. Cut the legs off of the knee and it will be perfect. But I want her long legs though. Her long legs have to be there. Unless you're saying I should do like... Let me... Okay. Unless you're saying I should do this, which is an interesting idea. An interesting idea is to ignore the whole leg thing and just do it like this. Oh! Which, if this was the way I would do these legs, I could do this. And have her in like a Joker. Not Joker as in we live in a society, but Joker as in the Harlequin. The traditional Harlequins. Like a very Harlequin kind of pose. A very buffoon kind of little dancey dance. But now that leg is way too long compared to the other one. And I don't know how to fix that. But you know what? This could be cute. This actually could be cute. If I figured out the leg situation. Which I might be able to do by adding a little bit of a stomach here and then doing the hip. This is very cartoonish. This is very Cartoon Network. Let me just... If I did this, moved this up, making this leg longer. And if I tilted everything, and if I then grabbed this leg and I made it could work, kind of, but it would be on the funny side instead of on the cute side, which is very hard for me. Chibis are pretty big brain, massive big brain cells. Chibis are honestly one of my favorite things ever. I freaking love them. If you get the legs off of the knee lines, the legs will still be like 1.5 the height of the torso. You think so? Oh yeah, you're right! You're right! If I grab this, it would still be very long in comparison to the torso. It really would. But at the same time, I think it would become very silly. Like, okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep this one to do the everything is on fire around her joke, and it's gonna be like less detail oriented. It's gonna be just like funny gag. And I'm gonna keep working on the other one because I'm liking it. For like the actual cute. Oh, this line needs to be straighter. That's what's going on here. Where did I do it? Oh, for frick's sake! For frick's sake! I need to stop drawing on the wrong layers every fucking time. Just before I was drawing I was drawing something with like labeled layers. Like all of the layers had the proper name so that I wouldn't get distracted and confused. And even then, I found myself drawing in the wrong layer. Because I apparently love suffering. Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Okay, so what is wrong here? I think what is wrong here is this needs to be there. I think that's what's going wrong here. And then if I just grab this, and then of course I need to clean this line. And overall, overall, you know, like the overall she's wearing. Overall, I think this is a really funny thing to give her. Overall, I think if I do this with like a ton of fire behind her, like it would be super, it would be super funny. I'm determined to master the chibi art style, just having trouble with the time to draw. Yeah, I understand that. Chibi Ellie drawing chibis! Welcome, Luna! How are you doing? How have you been doing, Luna? Hi, welcome. I want to give you a very sportsmanship handshake. It was a pleasure fighting against you this year in Art Fight. I appreciate your efforts, you mushroom fiend. And I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed sparring with you this year. Let's see what bands we end up lining with in the future. Let's see if one day maybe we'll fight together side by side as siblings, one would say. UTC plus 8 ATM is 406. I assumed that you were a full 12 hours away from me. So good, the fight was amazing and super comfy. Yeah, I'm staying at a hotel to quarantine. I'll post lots of pics in the Discord later. I encourage you to not post pics of the hotel as a recognizable hotel until you're off of it. Just for safety online, I always recommend, like, this is your paranoid friendly lamia, your friendly paranoid lamia giving you tips of how to, like, safety online. Don't post pictures of a place you're in until you've left the place, because then it's like, it doesn't matter if people recognize where I was, because I'm not there anymore, haha, you know? And of course, that comes with the caveat that you're never supposed to post pictures about places that you live around. With this kind of size though, I feel like the chest is way too prominent. We need it to be even smaller so that it like matches the proportions of the legs and the body and stuff. We need it to be tinier. And then this maybe can be a little bit less pronounced as well. More like a bean. And then in this one, the arms would be just saying, like, look at my kingdom of fire. They have to be very short. I have to keep reminding myself that this is supposed to be short. Like, welcome, friend, to my kingdom. I'm gonna have to look for references later of what does that kind of post look like. The, oh, I had been expecting you, kind of like, arm position. Okay, I think that's better. I'm gonna keep this one as a second thing to do, but I'm gonna look for references. So probably next time I'm gonna come and do this one, so that I have references of what I want to do with the arms. But basically, basic concept of the drawing, fire. This one is going to have like fire, like. I suck at drawing fire quickly, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. When I actually try to draw fire, I can do a lot better. It's all about finding those like little angular shapes, and those don't come as easily to myself. Like that looks nice too. Could have cut off one of the legs at the knee and make her hold it and wave it frantically around would certainly add to a kill's energy. Like she was Roddy Tubbs. Like she was Roddy Tubbs holding her leg on her hands and stuff. Oh, and she needs crows. For this one, for the chaotic one, it needs crows. Wait, so what if it was like this, with the arms stretched, but not necessarily just saying, hello, welcome to my kingdom of fire, but also because she has birds on her arms. Like this. Wait. Like... One of them stretching the neck to go like, ah! Ah! You know, like I definitely need references for this. But like, what if this was like part of the drawing? I think that works! Cause she has a ton of crows. I think this is gonna work. Now it looks like a chibi. Hi Elyssia, welcome to my little cassette. How are you doing? It's been a while. Also, so who is this character? This is Rushi. Let me look for her actual name. I think it's Kakashi Rushi. Kakashi Rushi. She's like a friend. She's a friendo. That I've already done silly little doodles for her, but now I wanted to do like something a bit more substantial for my friends. Okay, I need to undo all of that because I did it on the same layer, like a fool. But she's a friend VTuber, part of the Fumiko family, I think. This art style is very recognizable, and there's this one. Oh my god, shut up! I don't know if you can hear those people, but like there's someone honking violently, right on this side of the street or something, because I can hear it very loudly. Why is that so long? That is way too long. The other side is also very long. It's even worse, actually. This side is even worse. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shrink both for this nut. I'm gonna... Sorry. I really tried to not do that one, but I couldn't help myself. I'm gonna hold that there. If I spin it around, it's like... it's fine. It's fine. And then this side is atrocious. This side is just very bad. This end is very bad specifically because this should be closer. And now if I cut all of it and I compare it to this one... Ahaha! The hand is too big. Or the other hand is too small. But I'm gonna go with the hand is too big on this one. I'm gonna go with if we just shrink the hands a little bit. And then I just grab this and I do this. That should be fine. That should be good enough. I still think it's funny that the scarecrow, a bunch of sewed cloth and straws with cotton, loves to play with fire. I think that's part of the irony of it. I think it's what makes her like so entertaining. She loves playing with fire, and she canonically shouldn't. Canonically, it should be her biggest weakness, but she kind of turns that around and makes it everyone else's problem. And that is very consistent with her personality. To be frank, I'm in a dark place at the moment. Amade, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope that it gets better. Whatever is going on, I think, I hope that the situation, I have to assume that there's a situation, because I hope that it gets better that you get past it. And if it's not a specific situation, it's just like being on a dark space, give yourself the time. It's going to pass. I know that it sucks to hear that if you're in a bad place mentally for no specific reason. But it's something that we have to keep in mind. It's not that you have to like, oh, since it's gonna pass, it doesn't matter. It's not that. It's just like remind yourself to feel the hope that is going to pass, the certainty that at some point is going to pass. And in the meantime, it sucks, and you should complain as much as you want to because you deserve it. You don't deserve to go through it in silence. You should get to complain. There's probably a lot of people going through stuff at the same time, so you could vent with people. And I hope that you have friends and family they can vent to as well. Twas an honor battling you in our fight, little flower fiend. I'm just dropping by to say hi before I head to bed. It's almost 4 a.m. here. Hope you have a great rest of your stream and good luck with the chibi art. Bye, Luna. Thank you for coming. And I hope you have a great, restful night. Good point. Well, I'm just share pictures of all the snacks and food I try. Yeah! Share pictures of the snacks. Make me jealous of the tasty stuff they're eating. Come with me and you'll be in the world of pure immolation. The Titanic pose. You think this is the Titanic pose? I think it's a bit silly, a bit goofy. My laptop time is off. It's 5 a.m. I knew it. I knew it. You are. It's not 5 a.m. o'clock. Like, it's not exactly 5 a.m., right? Because I'm... But I knew that we were at 12 hours difference. Chibi support to be around, like, the X family. Chibis, I personally prefer when chibis are all round and squishy. And, like... The thing about chibis is that I've seen a lot of styles that I like. But when I have to draw them, I end up really going for like the roundness and the squishiness. I've also definitely seen chibis that are like long and square. Like I've seen chibis that look kind of like this. And I personally like them a lot, but when it comes to drawing them myself, I end up not really vibing with the style. That is way too long. But I've seen a lot of chibis that have like this style going on, like super thin, super thin as a style preference. And they can look very good, but not with me. Not when I'm drawing the chibi. When I'm drawing the chibi, I gravitate towards roundness and beaniness. Like the bean energy has to be strong. It has to remind you of like something chubby and round and squishy and beans. Does that make sense? Probably not. But it makes sense in my mind, and that's what matters to me. It matters that I understand what I'm saying. With the legs in that position, you could draw her hanging from a street lamp, like singing in the rain, but with everything on fire instead of rain. Oh my god, wait, let me get a reference for that. Singing in the rain, lamp, something. Let's see if it shows up like that. The pose is very different in the actual poster, movie, or screenshot, or whatever it is that I'm watching, but this one, okay, this is gonna have to be the reference. We're gonna grab it, we're gonna cut it, we're gonna cut just this, and we're gonna take it and we're gonna put it here. And if I were to grab this, okay, and if I were to put this little buddy on top of it, and if I tilted it, tilted it, I could do it like that. I could do something like that. It would require to grab this and spin it out like that. Oh, but it definitely works. It definitely works. Oh, this is genius. Oh, this is great. This has ended up very silly and not cute, which my style tends to be very cute oriented. But I think we have to go with these ideas that you guys are throwing because they're giving me life. They're honestly giving me life. I'm enjoying them very, very much. You guys should be my consultants more often. Wouldn't the crow will caught on fire? I don't know how, Zario, but her crows are always fine. Her crows are always fine with her. I can imagine her laughing out loud maniacally. Oh, absolutely. Honk back? What do you mean honk back? Oh, me? That I should honk at the birds, at the crow. Am I that far behind the chat? Oh, holy shit. Give me a second. Okay. I thought maybe you had some beans for lunch. No, I didn't. I don't remember when's the last time I had beans. Every Latin person has the ability to completely live off nothing but beans and rice. Actually, in my country specifically, the only thing that we eat with beans that is like very culturally important for us is locro. And maybe some other kinds of stews, but they're not that common and they're not that commonly eaten either. Like, I can name a couple of dishes that use beans, but it's not something that you're gonna eat very frequently. And mostly you'll get it on winter specifically. This is the ability to live off nothing but chicken and onions. Hell yeah, I could live off of onions and chicken, but I would miss a lot of things. So I would say onions and whatever. As long as they give me onions, we're gonna be fine. I guess you could say my squibbies are like squarish chibis. I would definitely say that your squibbies are chibis. I would definitely categorize them as chibis, for sure. We're gonna put this reference away. We're gonna put it there. Actually, I'm gonna cut it a little bit more because it still has a lot of space that I could save. If I just do this, like that, and everything else can go. There. Now it consumes a lot less space. It's gonna be a lot less bothersome. I'm gonna keep it right there. I'm gonna keep this guy here. I'm gonna make the post. For starters, I'm just gonna do this. And then we can decide on how to stylize it later. But for now, that's fine. And do we have a bottom to this? Yes, we do. We have... Where is it? Here? Okay. We have sort of like this height. We have a thingy. And then we have another thingy. And then we have a cone like end. And then we move everything up to make sense with the feet. And then that's kind of it. That's kind of it. And then on top of here, we would have the actual lamp. Blah, 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 lamp. We're not gonna worry about the lamp right now. Not gonna worry about the lamp right now. It's going to eventually, like, get drawn. But for now, that's it. I really like this idea. I really like this idea. Of a fall guy. Yeah, the body of a fall guy. You have to think of it that way. Strange. I may not have heard of that before. Heard of what before? That looks like a stage musical, but I guess that works. It was the one that most had to do with the pose. There is a better reference of a different lamp, which I assume is the lamp of the movie. But for the pose, it was the one that fit the most of the reference. But I guess if I'm gonna have a lamp reference, I should have the lamp, the actual lamp of the movie. Let me just get a full one because a lot of these references are cut. I guess this one is pretty nice as a reference of the lamp. Let me just... But see that the position in this one is a lot different from what we have. So I'm gonna grab mostly the lamp. That was a terrible selection. Just ignore that. Ignore how bad that selection was. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. Okay, that's the reference for the lamp. I'm gonna put it there. I do like the square lamp more than the circle lamp, personally. I do like this lamp more than this lamp. But we'll see. We will see. It would be very different. It would be a very different kind of construction for the lamp though, because it would require that this is like where the foot is settled. Something like that. This isn't the layer, right? Okay. This isn't the layer. We're good. We're good. We're fine. And then... But it has to be big enough for the tube to be on top of it. Okay, so... Tube. We're gonna start with the tube. We start with the tube. There we go. There's a tube. And then it should be thicker. But it's not going to be because of the hands of the chibi. They need to make sense with the thing. So that's as thick as I'm willing to go. Then we have the square, which is kind of... it's not that big comparison to the thing. I suck at drawing geometrical things. I'm sure nobody's surprised because I've talked about how much I hate math. But geometry was also a very bad subject for me, and I've always hated things that are super like geometrical and stuff. I really should learn. I really should do a lot of like practice exercises to get better at drawing geometrical things, because it can bite me in the tail very often. Fire doesn't go vertical, but the flames do. The fire is going to be stylized later, because right now I don't want to mess with it. It's something that takes me a while. I do it very carefully, because when it comes to actually doing random shapes, I have to do a lot of fixing up afterwards to make them look good. I'm pretty bad at random shapes, but it's also definitely where you have to start for more organic looking things. But I end up having to do a lot of mentally taxing, very detailed fixing after that. So the fire is going to be handled with later. Okay, so this should be thick-ish. And then right after that, it has like a thing, and then after that it has like another squarish line, and then after that it goes out, it juts out like that, and then after that it goes back to being a square, and it should go with a line over here. And don't worry, I'm gonna fix this later as well, but at least I'm trying to get the basic shape of the thing. At least I'm trying to get the basic shape of the thing. Like, I need to understand it at the very least. And the perspective is probably wrong, and I'm probably gonna want to stylize it anyways. So I'm gonna want to make it like smaller, for example. I'm gonna want to make it, you know, like at the very least. But at the very least, I need to understand the shape in order to modify it. You numbers! I know, right? Instead of I'm singing in the rain, is I'm singing in the flame. I'm singeing in the flame. I'm gonna write that. I don't know how to incorporate that, but I want it to be there because it's good. I'm singeing in the flame. And then, of course, that means that she's going to have, like, you see how she has... Okay, where? This one. She has a little bit of hay coming out of the knee. We're gonna make sure that this knee has, like, fire in the knee itself. I don't know. Do you think that would work for singeing? Ah, you get what I mean. You get what I mean. I'm gonna do it later, but... Kimberly, welcome! Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day! I'll post a clip from the movie after the stream. It's really a classic movie moment, even though the movie itself isn't that great. I've definitely seen the clips, and I've definitely heard the song, that for sure. But I don't think I've ever seen the music, the musical either, but I don't think I've ever seen the movie. And I don't think I've ever seen any, like, stage adaptations. It would probably be the best way to consume it for myself because I really love watching stage musicals. I think I've talked about it before, but I don't... Oh, that reminds me that I have to check out... There's a stage musical adaptation coming to my country, but I should check out if I can watch the original first. And I would check out... I'll have to check out if they actually have tickets and stuff. Because it's going to be translated into Spanish, and sometimes the music kind of loses its meaning when it's translated into other languages, because sometimes meaning, we've talked about this before, but like meaning is very tied to culture and cultural expressions, and especially in music when you have to like make sure that it fits a metric and make sure that it fits the rhyme patterns and like make sure that you can sing it in this many seconds with this kind of intonation. Like it gets really hard to translate, so you end up losing or changing a lot of the meaning. So I want to check some opinions about it, I guess is what I would say. I'm not liking one of those boobs, but it's fine because we're not even gonna define them that much. We are going to slightly like bump it up and deform it a little bit. And we're not gonna really pay too much attention to that boob, so it's fine. But now I want to fix this arm. I ended up fully going for this, huh? I ended up fully going for this concept of the drawing because it's really good. It's really enjoyable. Sometimes you need to have fun with art and not think about the products with such seriousness. I need to remind myself of that. Whoa, told chibi, ew, numbers. Officer Hot Pants, welcome, hi, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. This is Kakashi Rushi, a VTuber and chaotic gremlin. Relatable, this is why I teach English instead of math. Yeah, baby, that's me. See you later, Ellie. Gonna be doing stuff for my own content. Have fun for the rest of the stream. Goodbye, C+ Hero. Have a good day. Can you draw me like one of your French girls? Dapper, welcome, hi, how are you doing? The answer is no. Right now, the answer is no, because we're busy doing Rushi. But hey, I should consider drawing you too. One day. Not today. Because I'm fully into this right now. Right now, I'm fully into this concept. You guys are geniuses for having this idea. Chat is on a roll today. I know, you guys, you're creating this with me. As much as I am doing, you are also co-creators of this piece. I genuinely mean it. because I would never have come up with some of these ideas. The pose itself would have been completely different. The proportions, the concept of the piece, everything. It would have been completely different. I'm singeing in the flame. If I only had a brain! The mongoose, welcome! Hi, how are you doing? It's spelled singeing, technically. Where did I write it? What layer? Okay. That was weird choice of layers, but whatever. Good pun, 10 out of 10. Also, hello, Zarios. Hello, Tupper. I hope you're having a good day. Also, I used the USB connector thingy, which lets me have both my tablet and the keyboard connected to my PC at the same time. Truly magical. I didn't even know that you had to choose between tablet and keyboard. I had no idea. That sounds a terrible choice to have to make. I don't like the idea of having to make that choice. Then we're gonna have this. I know that the original has an umbrella because like singing in the rain. But oh, this should have a match. This should be a match. This should definitely be like holding a match somehow. The problem is going to be that the style of the chibi hand with like the chubby cone hands don't lend themselves well to like holding things. Because for holding things, you need a thumb that has articulation, and these very thick, rounded thumbs don't really have that. But maybe a torch? Maybe something like that with a torch would work. You guys will tell me if it works or not. I will trust you. But at the same time, maybe I think I'm overdoing it if I give it a torch. Like if I give it a torch, first of all, it's going to be covering like her hair and stuff. Because then we have to have the hair somewhere. That's coming soon. I'm gonna have to consider that soon. But oh my god, her hands are skeletons. I'm gonna have to like find a way to stylize that as well. I'll figure it out. It's gonna be fine. Something like that is going to be okay. Like the lines are going to be enough. I'm not sure how a skeleton hand is supposed to look like. I'm gonna have to Google that too! I'm gonna need so many references for this! Which is fine. I love using references, is what every artist should do. But on live streaming, I don't want to have to go and get references and like lose time on that I could be showing you how I draw. It's just not the fun that I expect. The part you say about chibis are round and squishy. I personally choose to make chibis round and squishy. Yeah. 20 minutes. Oof. And I barely did this. Japanese doesn't have rhymes as we understand them. Usually it's only the last syllable, if any. Listen, I don't know much about rhyming and rhyme structures, so I will believe you. I will believe you and take your word as fact, because I don't know much about poetry and songwriting and rhymes and stuff. Took so long to draw one chibi, really? Yeah, I'm a very slow artist, like an extremely slow artist. I don't think I want her holding a torch, actually. Probably shouldn't have done minor fixes in the middle of all that, but I really don't think I want... I think I want the open hand, the normal, like, open hand thing because it's A, overdoing the whole fire thing a little bit, and B, it's going to end up covering her hair and her hat and stuff. It's going to be a bit too busy for the eyes if I add that much. So for now, we're gonna leave it like that, and we're gonna focus on that later. So let's do the hair, or at least plan where it would go. Cause no, let's do the face. The face is what has to come first. Because the hair has to adapt to the face, not the other way around. Every time, the one time that I tried to do face after hair, it was a mess and I did not enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's... That's the face of chaos. And the other question is also if I'm gonna do it like really crazy, like with the eyes not touching the eyelashes, or if I'm gonna just make them cute. Like, no, this is all cute stuff going on. Look at how cute I look while I burn everything, you know? As part of my studies, I had a course on translating manga. Our teacher was very adamant on that we're not supposed to translate the text perfectly. We are to translate emotion. If the Japanese reader was supposed to laugh at this point, we are to make the translation read laugh, no matter how. Yeah, I mean, I agree, but that also definitely means that you're missing some... Like, for example, puns, right? Puns don't work in any other language than the one you're writing in. And when you're making a translation and there's a joke that depends on a pun, you're gonna have to make the choice. Do you maintain the context? Because if you write a new joke that doesn't have anything to do with the context, then it's going to sound weird. Like, why did the character suddenly say this if nothing was naturally leading the conversation into that joke? With puns, that is not the case. With puns, they normally happen because the conversation naturally led to it. So you're gonna have to make the choice of, do I make a joke and make people laugh because that was the intent? Or do I make the context make sense and explain that this was supposed to be a joke in like a translator note or something? And then there's preferences by the audience of what kind of solution will every person choose. That is terrible. I'm trying to make the eye and I'm noticing that this is just not working. Like, it's not working at all whatsoever. This eye is not working. Okay, let's do the face. Let's run away from my problems. Let's run away for just a second and do the face first. Doing the cheek. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here thinking how many fennec foxes is enough. Never enough, I would say. All of the fennec foxes, all of them. Every fennec fox in the world, all of them. I don't know what the context of that is, how many fennec foxes, but yes, the answer is yes. The answer to how many is yes. Or alternatively, more. That's the answer. So there is a chance. Rushi is great. Can you tell her I said that? I can't catch her live a lot. I'll tell her! Ritash, how many are in your area? None. I'm drawing them and I'm currently at 20 of them. 20 of them! Oh, that's amazing. I love it. I want to see that. Match, Tiki Torch, Lightning Rod? I think I don't want her to be holding anything because it would make it too busy. I'm that far behind the chat, huh? Oh my god, I cannot believe that I'm that far behind the chat already. A Zippo lighter, a torch, or maybe a burning umbrella. A burning umbrella! A burning umbrella! You know why? Because I can have that just holding on here. I don't need her to be holding it. Or she can just be holding it like this. So it can kind of work. Without having thumbs. Not real thumbs anyways. Without having real thumbs, this can work. Like having an umbrella here. I don't know how to draw an umbrella, but don't worry about it. We're gonna figure it out. And then the umbrella is just like on fire. I think that definitely works. And black smoke. Anyways, I think this is really good. I think I like it. I think I like it quite a bit. I think you guys have helped me create one of the most original pieces that I've ever drawn. Not original as in comparing it to everyone else's, because I wasn't going for it, but I also definitely am ending up with something very different to my normal thing, very unexpected for my normal things, and I like that. The life of the chibi is a nightmare. In other worlds, the life of this chibi is a nightmare. Or just survival is flames and steel. No, we're going with umbrella. How about making her hands all spider-leggy since they're usually bone? No, I want them round and cute. Flamethrower and back. Well, that's an idea. And I'm pretty sure she would like it, actually. A flamethrower, she would probably appreciate that. You can go with the item piercing the knob is a hand. You're not wrong. Oh, yes. That would be funny. That would actually legitimately be funny. One of those LED flashlights that's so bright that it sets paper on fire? Is that true? Are there really flashlights that can set paper on fire? Like, for real, and not like for the ad. Are there actually flashlights that are that strong, or is it a call now kind of like advertisement? Because I don't know that is okay. If it is true, I don't think it should be. I don't think you should have a flashlight that is that powerful, because it can probably damage people's eyes then, if it can set paper on fire. A candelabra. Oh yeah, that could have worked. They are made of hay bale. Why not? The Rushi is made of hay bale? Is that what you're saying? I would believe you, because I don't exactly know what the difference is, what hay bale is. Goddamn motherfucking references! Worried will see your Google autocompletes? You wouldn't be seeing it anyways. You wouldn't see me Googling them. But once on stream, I did Google, I had forgotten the word niece, and I Googled it, and I Googled it live, and the results were not the best. Let's just say that. They were not the most comfortable. You know, they weren't super what I would normally want to show on stream. Okay, I have to stop running away from the eye, I think, and actually tackle it now that I have the face, the head shape, which is a nice head shape. It came out really nice. Honestly, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Not that though. Maybe there. Maybe that. But I think now I really have to tackle this. This eye is fine. I like this eye. I have to give it eyelash because Rushi has this like big eyelash. And the bottom also has like. So that's cute. I'm liking it. However, I really do have to figure out why the other eye wasn't working. Maybe it's too far away on the side. Yeah, I think it's probably that it's too far away on the side. Maybe if I make it closer. I think that's probably better. The problem is making it touch the eyelashes because I made them very brown, which I like doing with chibis especially because like it's all about the roundness and all about the fluffiness, and round is a shape that takes you to that like cute place. Oh my god, how far away am I? I'm healing up well, so I'm great. Thanks for asking. I'm glad to hear that, Dapper. Having skeleton hands probably is not very comfortable. Being made out of hay is probably not comfortable either, but she manages somehow. I think it's 19 bones in a hand. Anyone more sure about it? I can Google it, but I'm also not gonna draw 19 bones in a hand. I'm not gonna draw it with that much detail. I won't judge about time. Mine are comfortable enough most of the time. Sometimes the meat aches. Oh yeah, the skeleton is normally not the part that aches, I don't think. We were to write our own puns. Camping is the answer. Who cares what the question is? Can I get a nod on this one? I don't know the context. Did I say that? Did I talk about camping? When? The best ones were the ones that had a visual clue that we had then work in. Oh, yeah, we had to write our own puns on the Japanese translation. The best ones were the ones that had visual clues that we had to then work in. That's the problem. That's what I mean. Because, like, if you are writing a pun, if you're translating a pun, and the characters have an in real world reason to be making that pun, that doesn't necessarily mean that translated, it will have the same reasoning. So it will probably be complicated. See, if I make it like that, one eye is touching the eyelashes while the other one isn't, and that is a problem. Because that makes it not consistent. That makes it inconsistent, and that's a problem. So I'm probably gonna have to tinker with this outside of the stream to figure out what the eye needs. I'll probably have to tinker with it later to figure out what I'm missing in this eye, why it's not like working with the other one. I could also just make it a bit more ovally because the other one is a bit more oval shaped. This one is too circly, I guess. Maybe it's just a matter of lowering this. Nope, that doesn't look good. That looks possibly even worse. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure it off stream, but this is how it's going! And it's now 6, don't worry, I know. But this is how it's going, and honestly, the vibes are immaculate. And you guys are to thank with that. Like, I have to thank you guys for that, because these vibes, these are all you. I would not have gotten these vibes going on based on what I was doing, and it's so great. These vibes are exactly what we need for Rushi. Oh, perfect. The eye is still bothering me, but aside from the eye, oh yes. Oh, this is what we want. This is what we want. I'm very happy. Oh, we don't have a save file. That's okay. I'll save it in a minute. I'm really happy with this. I didn't know what I was gonna be doing today other than, I guess we're gonna do some more chibis. I guess it's time to go back to drawing chibis and stuff. But I am very happy right now. I'm gonna figure that eye out. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm gonna figure that eye out. And thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you for all of the ideas. Thank you for all of the guidance. I wouldn't have made this without you. And I mean it. It's great. Okay, let's go to wrap up. Let's go to wrap up time. Let me just... There we go. Okay, so how much did I miss on the chat? How far did I let it go? This whole conversation gets me thinking of Monogatari, as it's full of stuff that only makes sense in Japanese. And that's a nightmare for translators. I'm sure it must have been a nightmare. I personally didn't watch Monogatari because I tried, and the first episode alone had so many moments that I had to pause to read a segment of text that showed up on the screen. And I don't remember if I googled it or if I asked friends who had already seen it or something, and I was like, listen, if I see that there's text on the screen, I'm gonna feel compelled to pause to read the text. Is this gonna happen constantly in the entire show? They were like, yes, this is gonna happen constantly. I said, there's no way I can do that. Sorry, I cannot ignore it, and I cannot enjoy the show if I'm pausing every literally 3 seconds. So I could never watch it. Japanese is a very contextual language. Their mannerisms and way of speaking is very different than in, for example, English. In Japanese, there are no swear words, only rude sentences, for example. Yeah, there's only like rude tones, right? Like you don't necessarily have curse words, but rather like referring to someone in a rude tone or formal, like informal language. I think that's what I understand. A lot of wordplay that not everyone will understand. Yeah, in every language, that's a reality though. There's this one Pixar short that's called Lava, and it makes me very mad when people say like, oh, this is the best Pixar short that they've ever done. And it's like, no, you think that because your native language is English, but the moment you abstract yourself, you realize that the whole short only works because it was written in English. And when you abstract it from that, it loses half of its charm, half of its jokes. In this case, the manga was using the word so, it looks like, and the character heard zo, the elephant, with a drawing of an elephant. Oof, that's very hard to translate. How did you manage that? Small alterations to make it make sense in the new language is one thing. Rewriting characters and stories is quite another. You're the translator, not the author. That reminds me of Dracula. I think I've definitely talked about this, but I am reading Dracula with a system that like it's spread out. I'm gonna finish reading it in November. And the funny thing is that because like it's very popular, I'm learning a lot about the original context of Dracula and other adaptations. And what's funny is that for more than 100 years, there was one country, I think it was Iceland, that had basically what was a fanfic of Dracula as the original translation. Because Dracula was written back way before globalization, one dude decided to translate the novel, and instead of actually translating it, they made changes for no reason. Like, they changed the characters, they changed the events, they changed whatever they wanted, and that was taken as the original official translation in Iceland, and nobody noticed that it was different from the original for like 100 years. Isn't that insane? Like, Iceland had a fanfic of Dracula as the official translation for 100 years. It's so crazy. Why not make her mouth like a jack-o'-lantern? Because I'm following the model, the reference. Haiku, Kakashi Rushi, she's burning herself up. Oh look, marshmallows! I don't know how I would incorporate that, but you made an entire haiku. Good for you! In Polish, the elephant is slon, and to obscure is saslonic. So this is how we incorporated an elephant joke to translate the emotion. Direct translation would lose the context of the manga despite being more accurate. Yeah, I honestly don't envy translation as a job. It sounds very challenging in ways that I don't know that I would know how to solve myself. Her model is really cute. I'll just assume I can never catch her live though. I don't remember at what times she tends to stream. Right now she's going through a bit of a hiatus because it's very hot where she lives and she's not being able to spend like long hours in the room where she would have to stream. Yo, chat gone crazy with long text, no cap. Not really. It's just that when I'm drawing specifically, it's very hard for me to catch up with the chat. Hello, Ellie. Hello, Yasuko. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. How are you doing, darling? I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. We did a very nice, very cool drawing that, of course, it's not finished. I'm gonna keep going at some other Thursday, but it's making me really happy. Because like chat had a lot of input this time around and I'm loving the results thanks to your guys' input. Bless you, bless you. Lubella, hey, welcome, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. I was thinking an open umbrella, but if that's easier for you to draw, I was following the references, I guess, because both references have the guy holding the umbrella closed. But also a closed umbrella, it allows me to just hook it on her hands without her having to use her fingers, so we're gonna go with that. British show. She's awesome around. She's awesome around. I don't know if I can make it work, but I understand what you meant. Maybe I'm thinking of a laser, but I've seen something like that in YouTube. I hope that it's not an actual flashlight though. I do not know about setting paper on fire unless we mean on direct contact, but there are absolutely ones that do not only damage eyes but are kind of meant to do that. That is mean. What the fuck? Why would you use a flashlight like that then? They were always gaslighting me. Just a joke. I don't know what the joke would refer to, but maybe it's the message that you redacted. Hay is dry grass, straw is grain stalks, much sturdier stuff. If Rushi were stuffed with hay, the fire would make her explode. If Rushi were stuffed with hay or with straw, I'm pretty sure she should have a bad reaction to fire. And somehow she pulls it off. Hello, Ellie. I hope you're having a great stream so far. Hi, Arya, the Sea Dino. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. I'm sorry that I read this message too late, but I was drawing, so I'm catching up with the chat right now. You know, Google results tailors themselves to your search history. Ah, but I don't use Google. I use Ecosia. Ha ha ha. Then I use Google when Ecosia fails me. But normally I use Ecosia first and then Google. The wrap-up is probably gonna take a bit today, huh? I don't know. Maybe it's gonna take about as long as normal. It will take like 3 hours by now. Shh, Rancor, she's on the zone. No! You guys, I can speedrun it a little bit. Just a little bit. As to not extend it any further, I will only one last message. Did you know, Ellie, that in Skullgirls, Philia has a Shantae color palette, and will try my best not to elaborate on things you talk. No, don't worry about it! Talk! Don't control yourself for me. It's my problem if I didn't catch up with chat. I'm the one who has to solve it. Don't worry about it. But also, I'm very interested in playing Schoolgirls soon. I actually want to see about getting some advice on how to approach fighting games first from Bree, who is really good at fighting games. A lot of long chatting. My favorite Pokemon linguistically is Farfetch'd. Its Japanese name is a duck onion because it's a duck bringing onions, which is Farfetch'd event. Hope whoever came up with that one got a raise. If the names are that different, it's really weird. I don't know how they even came up with it. I was listening from the phone and watching on the PC. I was wondering why PC feed kept buffering. Turns out I was at 1.5 speed the whole time and didn't notice? You know what? Sure, I understand how that happened. But how did you notice? I love the face. Yep, sometimes brainstorming leads to nice things, especially if people in chat are as crazy as the subject, lol. Well, you were crazy for sure today. I really like the ideas that we ended up with. It's mug beyond belief, and that is Rushi. That is definitely Rushi. No, I am late, Lena. Hi, how are you doing? You're late. I can show you later. Don't worry about it. She has big head, hehe. Oh, you did see it. You did manage to see it. We have big heads drawing big heads, yes. It's a chibi, so it has to have a big head. Kevin, welcome. Hi, how are you doing? Okay, something tells me Lena did actually get to see the chibi, which is good. Ellie, your head is big. I'm a chibi right now. Oh no, November is close. Alfarius, November is close, but I'm excited to keep reading it at the pace that I'm reading it without speeding through it. I'm enjoying the process so much. Pretty much, for example, in Japanese, the word teme, typically translated as why you or you little something. If you use it in an aggressive tone, it has the same effect as you piece of shit. So it's not supposed to be offensive, like, on its own. It's only if you tone it right. I better go now. Goodbye. Goodbye, Sario. Bye-bye. Hope you have a good rest of your day, whatever you're doing after this. Mexican translation of Pokemon is just special. I don't know much about Pokemon, so I don't envy translation as a job. Proceeds to draw and lose her mind constantly. Well, I just think I would handle translation poorly myself. Even if this is also pretty challenging for me, it's a challenge that I'm up to. May is having trouble streaming because of heat too. Yeah, I mean, I remember during the summer, you guys probably remember too, I had a ton of internet issues. And I honestly, what I used to do during the summer and what I have to do during the summer every time, I guess, is I used to have to turn the AC on, like, much colder for the last half an hour before I stream, just to make sure that the room could stay cold for longer when I turned it off, because I can't have it on while streaming because it makes a lot of noise. Don't you dare sound the Mexican dub of Jimmy memes. I don't know anything. Chame memes. I don't know anything about that. What are you guys talking about? Never heard of this. Ecosia, might use that. It's not great. It's not the greatest, but supposedly, and I'm not gonna put my hand on the fire for them, but supposedly every time you do a search with Ecosia, like, clicks on Ecosia translate to like trees planted or something like that, supposedly. Again, I'm not sure. I wouldn't put my hands on the fire for it, but you know, if it has a chance, I might as well use it. Oh yeah, Ecosia, the browser that plants trees. I forgot about that browser until now. Yeah, I try to use it. I don't know how true that is, but I hope. Man, Ellie's talking fast today. Yeah, and her BGM is somehow fast as well. I don't know why. Also, she's drawing really quickly. By the way, you see that if you need one camper meme since last 2 days ago. Oh, yeah, but I mean camper as in, like, the COD? Call of Duty? Yeah, okay, so the shooter, like Call of Duty, kind of like campers, being like players that hide or something. I don't know. I never played Call of Duty. I know that the camper was a meme at some point, or I assumed that it was a meme at some point. Because I heard people calling other people like, oh, you goddamn camper or something. So I assume there has to be some meme out there, right? About campers. But like in the COD, camper in the Call of Duty, kind of like meaning of the word. My advice on Schoolgirls, it has a great tutorial, ignore it, and only look up the character-specific tutorials. You need to be a pro to be able to complete these lessons. As someone who does not like fighting games so much, I personally think that the gameplay of Schoolgirl Mobile is a lot more fun than Schoolgirls proper. You mean Schoolgirls Mobile as in, like, phone game? It has a phone game or something? Gasps. I got a hype from Elyssia because I'm honored. Lena, shut up! What are you talking about? You know what? You're a mod now. Don't act surprised that I'm talking to you. You rock. I don't know, man. You beautiful rock don't get to act like I'm an idol. You're an idol. Shut up. Well, mobile only gets bits of good stuff and one horrible thing. Some of the main game has the better parts of the lore, while mobile only gets bits of good stuff and one horrible thing. It's a different game entirely then. Sounds like a different game entirely. Urusai in Japanese generally means someone or something is loud, but saying it aggressively it's equal to shut up. Which I guess it makes sense. Like, if I were to yell in a rude tone, like, let's suppose my sister was doing something in the other room. If I were to, like, yell, "You're being loud!" Like, that would still be rude, right? Like, I don't think that's unique. I think context and tone are important in everything. I need to send you a clip of Jamemes? Sure, I don't even know how to pronounce it, so please go ahead and do it. Oh my god, Ellie, you didn't watch Pokemon in your childhood? Heresy. I did not. I actually have very little experience with Pokemon. I think it's every 1,000 searches they plant a tree or some number like that, maybe 100. I mean, I hope that it's true. That's all. I just hope that it's true, so I use it and feel a little bit helpful, just a tiny bit. It's not Jamemes, it's El Guajolote Mesias. I still don't know that person. Oh, Gamer Camper. I thought we were talking about IRL camping. No, Gamer Camper. I want memes about, like, gamer camping. Campers are people who sit on one place and gun down others coming around the corner. Oh, now I understand why people sounded very upset at campers. So, it always was used as like an insult, and now I understand why. It's not a meme, it's slang for someone who sits there and waits for someone to approach to attack. But are there not memes with it? Like, at this point, I want to believe that the internet would meme anything and everything, and they would make ridiculous memes of everything. Fun fact, in Japanese, a camper is a potato. And when you want to say that something is not great, instead of potato internet, you would say McDonald's internet instead! Lol, McDonald's must be so happy about their brand presence in Japan. We're being used colloquially. Nice. What are we being used as? As something that sucks. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Marketing team, get here right now. Schoolgirls mobile game, a fighting RPG, quite fun, a lot more user-friendly. It's also what allowed them to fund the development of Schoolgirls for 10 years since the premiere. Damn. Is it gacha? You are my idol. I even have your light stick. See? That's bread, Lena! McDonald's internet. I've never seen something translated back to English make more sense than the original. I mean, I've never used McDonald's internet, but I have to assume that it would be pretty bad. Despite a single character costing in the ballpark of 350 USD to make, if I recall correctly. Why? How? How does it cost that much? Huh? To make one character? is it between the salary of like the person who designs the character and the person who designs the mechanics and the person who does the sprites and the animations, but it still sounds like way too much. I don't know, I'm ignorant about prices of stuff anyways. In shooters we call campers players that stand still and wait for people to come by your line of sight. They say camping when you just stand in one place and shoot. I want memes about that for a specific reason. But I don't know if they exist. Hey Elyssia, what's cooking? Welcome Cookie Gamer, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. We finished the stream already, but let me show you kind of like what we did. This is what we did for now. This is gonna become something, a fuller thing later on. But for now, this is what it is. And we are finishing the stream now. We are wrapping up the chat, and I'm finally close to the end. It's a legitimate strategy, but it's kind of unfair for everyone. The Worm Ellie sculpture is done. Now I have to paint it. You better be joking. You better be joking. If I see an actual worm sculpture, I will scream and cry and mute you and ban you and go to your house and throw ice water at your face and disconnect your internet and put Legos on your floor and fill your milk carton with orange juice and I don't know what else, and put I don't know, wasabi on your milk. I don't know, but don't. I think it's true. My college teacher told us to use it because of that same reason. I hope it's true. I really do. I like the idea of helping the environment as much as I can, even if it's just so little, but it's still better than nothing. It is a gacha, but it's super free to play friendly. I assume when you said that it allowed them to get enough money for developing their main game, I was like, yeah, that sounds gacha. 3-hour stream, here we go. No, we're finishing soon. Camping isn't unfair, it's just annoying. It sounds like you're not playing the game. Not really. If everyone's playing the same way, like, imagine everyone was doing that, then there would be no game. But then by virtue of having to do something else in order for the game to be playable, then that means you're giving the camper the advantage when everyone else is making the game possible. So, I don't know, it sounds to me like it's unfair. I'm doing well, just building my new Lego sets. Have fun! I hope that they are fun, and also, what are they about? Like, what is the set? I remember at one point I had a Harry Potter set, but I don't know if it was Lego proper or if it was like imitation Lego or something. I don't know. Val fill his belly button with sand too. What? What did I say? I don't remember the context of that. Sorry I came late though. It's okay! It's alright! I'm sorry that you're gonna be here, but I'm sorry because I don't want to, like, I don't want you to feel that you get here and then we run. Like, it's not that, but you did come at the end of the stream. Spawn camping is unfair. That sounds extremely unfair. I had no idea there was a mobile Skullgirls game until right now. Me neither. A couple of years ago, I doubt he's still playing. The best Skullgirls mobile player in the world was a free-to-play player. He just sunk a lot of time. I mean, you don't need money to improve your skills. Most of the time, in most of the things. Luckily now the game is nowhere near as grindy as it was back then. I don't like grindy games. It's not unfair because everyone can camp, but because of that, you just say people hate campers. They ruin the fun if they know what they're doing. I mean, the way I see it is, if everyone was camping, there would be no game. Because no one would be moving. And that means that for the game to exist, people have to abandon the advantage of camping, which gives the one camper or two campers the advantage, when in reality, the other players are allowing the game to happen, you know? It's just a matter of realizing that you should play as hard as you want and not feel forced to go for the 10% scores. Yep. Oh, they're like a Ninjago sets with the new season. Wait, let me read that message fully because I was... Okay, they are Lego Ninjago sets based on the new season 16. Well, I hope you enjoy! I've never seen them. I'm not like very big on Legos, but I wonder if I should try to get a complex set one day to try and figure it out myself. But anyways, I've reached the end of the chat. It has been pretty much half an hour of wrap-up, so... Thank you for coming, and very much thank you for all of the ideas. The drawing is going to come up so much better than what I had in mind first. Oh my god, and I owe it all to you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh my god, tomorrow we have the finale of Shantae. Hey. How do I feel about it? I want to finish it. I want to play it. I want to enjoy it. But I don't want to have no Shantae anymore. I feel so conflicted. But anyways, tomorrow is the end of an era. It's the end of Shantae. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoy the stream. Thank you so much for coming. And have a good restful sleep whenever you sleep. So... don't forget to stretch, don't forget to drink water, try to eat nutritiously, and try to sleep 7 to 9 hours. And most important of all, be kind to yourself and others, alright? Take care, my snake shifters. Bye-bye. What the fuck? Bye.